You dig? You dig? Hey, 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 you dig? Go, hey, you dig? Stop, go, 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 go. Let your swag show. It ain't over. No, sir. Yeah. Go. Working stupid dumb. What's up?
Oh, there we go. There we go. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Doc. We back with another HBCU tonight. powered by HBCU Overdrive. Make sure that you like the stream. Make sure that you comment, share, and most of all, subscribe to the channel. Of course, make sure that you get everything. Hit the notification bell to get everything HBCU Overdrive. And also make sure, join the family. Only for $4.99. But we got Miss Ellen V. What's up? What's happening? All right, got Mr. Buckley up in here. What's going on, sir? How you doing tonight? We got Uncle Said up in here. We got Uncle Said up in here as always. Oh yeah, so we are, as y'all know how we do. We broadcast between YouTube and Twitter. So for my folks in Twitter land, and Dark Lord Elon Batcave, make sure you switch on over to the YouTube channel and just hit the subscribe button over there. But other than that, man, what we got going on today? Oh yeah, man, look, I think we are trying to figure out about 150 short on the Drive to 205 initiative. I'm not gonna do anything after today. So make sure if you can, go ahead and donate to the cause. Donate to the cause. So just let everybody know what's going on. Other than that, man, be right back. Hit this commercial break and give me just 1 minute.
It's your boy Doc Holliday. We swing to the left, down I-20, and we dip. We going down there for Swag Media Day, July 16th, 2024, being hosted at the Sheraton Birmingham Hotel in downtown Birmingham. And we got all schools that's going to be represented in the house on that day. We talking about Jackson State, Valley, Alcorn, Pine Bluff, Prairie View, Texas Southern, Grambling, Southern, Bama State, A&M, Bethune-Cookman, and FAMU. But in order for your boy to get down there, in order for you to get that good content, you got to hit the Cash App, you got to hit the PayPal, you got to hit the Zelle. We also got to hit that Super Chat while we on the live stream. And so, make sure you get the donations in so we can get down there. And like I said, you're going to swing to the left. Hit I-20 and we dip. Yeah, baby. Peace.
It's your boy Doc Holliday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shout outs, and members only live chats. And also you can get birthday shout outs on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket. We back. All right, we back. Oh my goodness. So I gotta fix something up over here. But anyway, so before we get into it, we got some news that came out the pipeline from the SWAC. Of course, today, 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 as I think I don't know what time it was, but it had to be around in the afternoon time, early afternoon. The Council of Presidents approved an extension for Dr. Charles McClellan to continue to be the commissioner of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Now, is it a hard job to do? I mean, is it an easy job to do? No, I don't think so. It ain't no easy job. I talked to when I was in Florida, and I kind of laughed at it, but he said it reminded me of where Obama was president, and when he became president, he had jet black hair, and by the time he left office, he was gray all the way down, like gray hair. If he grew a beard, you would see the gray coming out of his beard. If he had you see the mustache, he would have had gray coming out of the mustache. So that is what type of dedication and will that Dr. McClellan has had since he became the conference commissioner. And I think that was like 6-7 years ago. All right. So, and and remember, when he became the commissioner, he took the SWAC, who was operating at a deficit. The conference was operating at a deficit. He took that. He did what he's supposed to do. We went into the black, and we are here right now. So, and I don't think, as far as I know, I don't think that we haven't touched the red ever since he became the commissioner. So everything that he has done, basically it was for the goodness of the conference. Now, is there gonna be pushback from folks about this this signing, this extension? It's gonna be a lot of folks that's gonna push back, because a lot of people they want to know what's going on. They want to know what is he doing with the conference? How is he growing the conference? Of course, when he became conference commissioner, we was already at 10. He added the 2 Florida schools to the mix to make it to a 12-team conference. He did put us into the Celebration Bowl deal. He did give us a deal with the ESPN network, and he's also the committee chairman for the NCAA's tournament selection committee. So he's done a remarkable job, and he's done it well as far as being the commissioner. Some people, the HBC, we talk about the HBCU Go deal, which is a secondary deal for the conference. Which in just that deal goes all the way to 2032. Of course, the commissioner's deal goes all the way to 2032 now. So it kind of coincides with itself, but he wants to see that go. He wants to see it grow, and he wants to see it go further than what it's doing right now. um, some low, it's gonna be some low lights. It's basically you talk about FAMU running into certification issues. We talk about Bethune-Cookman with their issues, what they had on their campus. You can say issues with Grambling and what they was going through. So it was different types of issues that that kind of a little bit compounded the commissioner, but at the same time, he is only here. He is only here to make sure that the further advancement of the conference is at hand. That's it, and that's all. Could there be some things that could be done a little bit better? Yeah, but I'm not going to sit here and bash the man for for the little small stuff that people think that he is wrong or he hasn't done right or I that some people feel like he needs to do it this way and do it that way. I put it just like this: the man been doing it for like the last the last 6-7 years. I trust his judgment. I trust his judgment. I trust his judgment. And y'all have to excuse me, but I was kind of late getting there. Had to go downtown, and then I had to go over to the south side of town to get me some Rudy's chicken, if you don't know about that. But other than that, the conference commissioner is doing a great job. We just got to make sure that he had, all hands on deck to make sure we further the advancement of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And I just want to put that out there and say congratulations to the commissioner. Well done. Well done. Now here's some other news on the forefront. I did get this earlier today. I did get news of this earlier today. And the news that I'm talking about is coming out of Itta, Mississippi. And that would be one Mr. Hakeem McClellan. And let me make sure this is, I got it right here. All right. I'm just going through here. Hakeem McClellan, who is the athletic director for Mississippi Valley State University. Word on the street is he will leave Valley and return to Jackson State as deputy athletic director. This is from Per College AD. Mr. McClellan, I don't think he's no relation to Dr. Charles McClellan. He oversaw the Delta Devils program, athletic program, for the last 2 years He saw a significant. He oversaw where there was a significant amount of fundraising. Also, also getting a full allotment of scholarships for the football team, and having uh, to oversee the improvements around the athletic facilities um, on campus, where we talking about um, Rice Totten Stadium. The field is actually going to be it actually is getting turf put on. So there's no more grass, no more sod. It's artificial turf. If artificial turf, um, the he's basically they got a jumbotron that's coming in. Also, tennis courts getting revamped. Um, the athletes meeting center is getting revamped. Uh, for baseball and softball, everything was getting revamped. So he's oversaw all that. Now he goes back. He comes back to be the deputy AD. So basically, he is going to be the second in command to Ashley Robinson. Yeah, she got you, bro. She got you. She got you. Um, but at the same time, um, like I said, and basically that is true. The way you got it, the way you when you got the job at Valley, it wasn't the greatest. It's not the greatest job in the world, but he oversaw everything. He got the scholarships. He's um, expanding on athletes, and he's doing improvements to athletic facilities around the campus. Now he leads to go back, come to Jackson State to be the right hand man for Ashley Robinson. Um, and whoever is going to be the AD for Mississippi Valley, just don't crash the Ferrari. That's what I gotta tell you. Just don't crash the Ferrari. If you ever heard that phrase right there. Don't crash the Ferrari. That's all you all need to do. All right. But we have, like I said, there's a lot of things going on around the HBCU world. Oh, and before we get into jump into the first topic on that, and if anybody wants to join me to talk about this, um, you are more than welcome to come up and be a part of this little small, this panel that I want to have. But now, today, North Carolina A&T received some great news, and pretty much there's another Martin that's going to be that's going to be chancellor of North Carolina A&T State University, and his name, in fact, I actually got the article. All right. So this is from the assembly, which is I guess this is the newspaper publication for uh this is the newspaper publication for Greensboro, if I'm not mistaken. Um James R. Martin II is expected to be named the next leader of the country's largest HBCU, which is North Carolina A&T State University. Um, let me see, because it's not even letting me read it. They got to become a member. I don't want to. All right. Guess you see how it is over here at my place. All right. North Carolina A&T's next chancellor will be James R. Martin II, the current vice chancellor for STEM research and innovation at the University of Pittsburgh. The UNC System Board of Governors unanimously elected Martin to the position Friday. He will begin August the 15th. He's a son of the rural South. He's a son of the rural South, raised not too far from here in South Carolina. Dr. Martin knows just how much higher education has done to light and lift up this region. James Martin is the right leader to engineer North Carolina A&T's continuing rise. He believes in what he calls impatient optimism, a productive sense of possibility in what can be achieved when people think across disciplines, feel a sense of shared purpose, and commit to an ambitious vision. Um, Martin was one of three candidates the 13-member search advisory committee forwarded to Hans, who chose him as the final nominee to put before the board of governors. So his background, excuse me, y'all. Um, Martin earned his BS in civil engineering from the Citadel and both his master's and PhD in civil engineering from Virginia Tech. He taught at Virginia Tech from 1990 to 2013 before becoming chair of the Glenn Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering at Clemson. Martin left Clemson in 2018 to become the dean of the University of Pittsburgh Swanson School of Engineering and assumed his current vice chancellor position there in 2022. Though he comes with an impressive engineering and leadership background at land grant agricultural and technical universities, three search committee members told the assembly they had some misgivings. At A&T, Martin would lead the nation's largest historically black college or university, despite never having attended, taught at, or led an HBCU. Those members asked not to be identified so they could discuss the confidential search process. There were candidates who had that experience of the culture of the HBCU who were products of the HBCU. One search committee member said, I will not say it is disqualifying if that's not the case, but we have had a lot of success with leaders who come from A&T and who come from the world and the culture of HBCUs. Um, Martin will succeed current A&T Chancellor Harold Martin, no relation, the longest serving chancellor in the UNC system. He has been at the helm at A&T for 15 years. In that time, A&T went from a beloved but struggling regional university to the nation's largest HBCU with explosive growth in student performance, the footprint of the campus in Greensboro, funding, and prestige. Oh my goodness. So just keep going on about how he his ticket out of the South Carolina was to go the scholarship to the Citadel, but we don't know how this is going to be. We don't know how this is going to turn out. I feel like he might do some good. You have to be in tune with your students. You also have to make sure you be in tune with your faculty and the staff. And but everybody else has to buy along with what his vision is. So I think it's a good hire, in my opinion. It's a good hire. I mean, you can have the HBCU background and stuff like that, but at the same time, it's still all about leading the university. That's it. That to me, that's it. And that's all. Will he be able to develop or ingrain himself into the culture, into our culture? I think he can. I think he will. But at the same time, he's there. His main job is to lead the university on an upward trajectory. And he got until August. They got until August 15th. So they pretty much got a month and a half to make sure that this is the right choice. So we shall see what's going on. This came about. I want to see some, but this came about on my feed yesterday. And I'm trying to find it. So for those who let's see. Check on the bookmarks. Or let me check the likes. All right, so I'm about to play this right here, and this is from yesterday, either yesterday or it was from Wednesday. I think I don't. Whenever this baseball game was played, so Major League Baseball was at Rickwood Field in Birmingham, Alabama. Now that baseball stadium used to be home to the Birmingham Black Barons of Negro Leagues. So in this game, it was San Francisco, the Giants versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Yeah. But what I'm going to play is something so symbolic that you have to listen to this right here. You have to listen to it, and you have to kind of get the full glimpse of what he is talking about. And let me go ahead and add this to the screen.
Reggie, the baton has been passed for over a century here. We've been talking earlier about if it wasn't for the Willie Mays, the Jackie Robinson, the Reggie Jacksons, the three of us wouldn't have an opportunity to play. How emotional is it for you to come back to a play that you played with one of the greatest teams around?
Alex, when people ask me a question like that, it's like
that's a great history lesson. Reggie Jackson telling us all about it, preaching. Wow, that's unbelievable. The great Reggie Jackson, the Hall of Famer, joining us here, and we've got more to do.
That says a lot right there. And what that man said, what he experienced as a ball player playing in the minor leagues in Birmingham. Like, y'all had to literally, like, when I got this right here, I was just like, I want to know what he gonna say. I mean, we talking about Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, played for the Oakland A's and the New York Yankees. And I'm not a Yankees fan, just letting everybody know. But what he said in just in that right there, you look, you had to like literally tip your hat to thank him for putting that out there. Because in a sense, it's like what he just said to the audience from yesterday is what most of these Southern Republican states are trying to do. They're trying to whitewash our history. They try to whitewash our history. And when I say whitewash it, it's basically saying we're not at fault for what happened. We should just let it go and let's live our life the way it's supposed to be lived. But like a man like Reggie Jackson, for him to still relive that, and I know Mr. Jackson I know he's probably in his 80s right now. Either 70s or 80s. Let me check and see. Because $78? Okay, so he's 78 years old. Thank you. He just had his birthday last month. So, but just listening to that, and then when he brought up the 16th Street church bombing, and he brought up who Bull Connor was, who that Time magazine did an article, and he felt like the article was praising the people who actually did that, who caused that atrocity. I think, in a sense, we just have to sit down and listen to it. And me, like with me being a history buff, I mean, if I ever had a chance to see Reggie Jackson, I just want to go out there and pick it. I just want to go and pick his brain. I just want to pick his brain. Uh, got some more. Ooh. Hey EA though. Hey EA. Guess what? It wasn't on ESPN. That was on Fox. That was on Fox. That thing was on Fox. Am I going to visit the ballpark while I'm in Birmingham? I want to see it. I want to see it. I know it's somebody said it's over there by Legion Field. It's closer to Legion Field. It's in the Fair. Is it in the Fairfield area? But I want to see it. I want to visit Miles. I want to see um, the African American Museum. Um, I know I want to see the Civil Rights Museum again. I've seen that before. We went to go visit Birmingham once before when I was young. Where I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be gone. I think they're gonna keep that. They're gonna keep it. They're gonna keep it. They're gonna keep that. But yeah, man, that's but just to relive, I just want to ask him, pick his brain. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So when I was younger, um, when my great grandmother, she was still alive. She told me stories about what she did and her working at um, Parkland Hospital, which is the county hospital for uh, I mean the hospital that served the county for the city of Dallas, for basically Dallas County. Um, and she told me the story about. She told me the story when she was working at Parkland, and she was there at the hospital when John F. Kennedy was assassinated. So she told me this like out of her mouth verbatim. Now I will tell y'all this: my great grandmother was blind, so my great grandmother got glaucoma like right before I was born. So, but I'm when you young, you don't know, you don't say too much anything, and you don't know too much better. But she told me she was, I'm like, how you know about this? What do you know about this? Because I'm like, you blind. But she's like, well, I could see before I got, before I had glaucoma. And I had to think about it, I was like, well, she tell her the truth. But she told me because she was a nurse at Parkland, and she told me how when they brought Kennedy in, that half of his head was blown off. Like she told me that verbatim. She's like, half of his head was gone. Um, you know, um, it was just some things that I didn't, as a kid, listening to it, but then like when you get older, and I watched the movie JFK. I seen the movie JFK. I saw that when I was like 11, 12 years old. Um, but it just kind of resonated with me. So like now when you hear this story from Reggie Jackson about what was going on back in the 50s and the 60s, um, um, the 60s, well, basically for him, it was the 60s and the 70s because that's when he came into play as far as for baseball. Um, it just, man, it just kind of just, have you thinking? Like literally have you thinking. Hold on. All right. But all right. So before we get into uh the full gist of the show, um let me go ahead and take a commercial break. We'll be right back after this message from the Drive to 205 Initiative. Be right back.
It's your boy Doc Holliday. We swing to the left. Down I-20 and we dip. We going down there for Swag Media Day, July 16, 2024. Being hosted at the Sheraton Birmingham Hotel in downtown Birmingham. And we got all schools that's going to be represented in the house on that day. We talking about Jackson State, Valley, Alcorn, Pine Bluff, Prairie View, Texas Southern, Grambling, Southern, Bama State, A&M, Bethune-Cookman, and FAMU. But in order for your boy to get down there, in order for you to get that good content, you got to hit the Cash App, you got to hit the PayPal, you got to hit the Zelle. We also got to hit that Super Chat while we on the live stream. And so, make sure you get your donations in so we can get down there. And like I said, you're going to swing to the left. Hit I-20 and we dip. Yeah, baby.
All right, so before we get into it, I just got some crazy news, y'all. Shout out to Brandy again. Happy birthday to you. I know you was out of, out of sight, out of mind for your birthday. But I want to understand how in the hell somebody appoint Governor Hot Wheels' wife as a board of trustee for Houston-Tillotson University. And if you don't know, I'll call this man Governor Hot Wheels. He's the only person that I know that's in a freaking wheelchair that's in office. That's Greg Abbott. How in the hell his wife, Miss Cecilia Abbott, is a newly appointed board of trustee for Houston-Tillotson University. That is in Austin, Texas. I'm just trying to figure it out. Why somebody put in the comment, why is the wife of a man who has made it his business to hurt black and brown people on the board of Houston-Tillotson University? Somebody make that make sense. I don't know. I got to get more into that story right there. So I'm gonna get back to that. But it was that was brought to my attention. How how do how do this Muppet baby get on the get on the BOT of an HBCU and your husband, who I really just want to push over a cliff, is doing everything in his power to dehumanize black and brown people and poor white people too? Because I'm not even going to leave them out. Poor white people too. Yeah, FDR was in a wheelchair as well. He got his from polio. Abbott got in the wheelchair because the damn tree fell on him. He sued them, and basically he got rich off of that. Fucking clown. Excuse my language. Miss Danielle, what's going on? How you doing? I'm just saying, I just want to push him off the cliff for real. It's easy. I mean, it's easy to just roll his ass off the cliff. I'm just saying. But I want to see. We about to just go ahead and get started with the. I'm doing fine. We about to go ahead and get started with this right here. MEAC, are you at fault? Oh my goodness! If y'all don't know this story, y'all haven't heard about this story. It sucks. All right. So, if anybody want to join me on this for this conversation right here, you are more than welcome to join. You are more welcome to come up here and we could talk about this because I got some things to say. If anybody's up for the challenge, the link is in the chat. But so Norfolk State sprinter, Norfolk State sprinter, Kai Cole. Basically, he ran a 10:05 at the MEAC conference championship, track and field championship, right? So, but because said meet was not sanctioned, the time that he ran at the meet did not meet the qualifying time for the U.S. Olympic trials, which basically starts today. All right. But he qualified for the regionals. But he ran a 10.24, which is still fast as hell. I don't care what anybody say. It's still fast as hell to me. All right. But United States Track and Field was looking for that 10:05 for him to qualify for the U.S. Olympic trials. So basically, this is what is going to happen. If he would have qualified for the trials, he would have been running this weekend. All right. He would have been a runner this weekend. And basically that running in the trials, doing good, either first, second, or third place, guarantees you a trip to the Olympics. And of course, he wants from what I heard, his dream was to go to the U.S. Olympic trials. And qualify from there to go to the Paris Olympics. Now remember, Olympics are in Paris this year. But because the conference did not sanction the meet through United States track and field, the time that he ran was disqualified. I asked people around, I'm like, that 10.24, did he run that? Was that wind aided? Was that just straight up, out the gate? No, nothing to boost him. They said that was his actual time with no wind. So, but because of that time, and from what I heard, he wanted to use that time, the time that he ran at the conference meet. He wanted to use that time as his qualifier for the Olympic trials for this weekend. What I heard from what I had gathered, the MEAC had told the school that the meet was not sanctioned. So how did we get to this, right? So like I said, I was asking questions, asking questions, doing my due diligence, doing my time to actually do some work. So now, this is what I got from USA Track and Field Sanctioned Events, and I call it situation. The World Athletics, which is the governing body, changed their rules last year where if you want your meets to qualify for the Olympics, it must be on their calendar and USA Track and Field calendar. The NCAA created a path for this to happen. The larger schools made sure this was done. The smaller schools didn't. So you have to do two things here. You have to sanction for USA Track and Field and put it on their calendar, and you have to put it on the World Athletics calendar. So basically, you have to make sure that it's on the USA Track and Field, and then you have to do it when on I think the World Athletics calendar. So when it comes to track, I think it's the IAAF, if I'm not mistaken. Individual meets are sanctioned through the school. They can sanction a meet at their home on their track without talking to the conference, which would come out of their budget. But the conference meet has to be voted on by the whole conference for it to be sanctioned, because that affects the budgets of all the schools. All NCAA track and field events must be sanctioned by the NCAA, but not the USA Track and Field. That is a different additional sanctioning requirement. So basically, we got a tweet from Erica Lee. Shout out to Erica Lee of Howard University, and she came up with basically the events calendar for the track and field that was basically sanctioned, right? So the last sanctioned event before the U.S. Olympic trials was the pin relays. That's the summer showcase. So basically that was at Franklin Field. June 1st, if I'm not mistaken, June 1st of 2024. The HBCU Pro Classic, Edwin Moses Legends Meet, that was May 31st, 2024. That was over at Morehouse College, BT Harvey Stadium. Let me see what else we have right here. So the Prefontaine Classic, that is a big classic right there. That is a big classic right there. You know, that's done at Eugene, Oregon. Basically, that's done on the campus of University of Oregon. We got Division III outdoor track and field. That was a championship, so that was in May. Division II outdoor track and field championship was also in May. And the Division I East, and the Division I track and field. NAIA track and field was in May also. So you had East, West, and then you also had, with the conferences, you had the American Athletic Conference Outdoor Track and Field Championship. That was in early May. Missouri Valley, Great Northwest Conference, Pac-12, the Coastal Athletic Conference, Athletic Association, Big West, the Big Ten, Conference USA, ACC, the Western Athletic Conference, the Summit League, Southland Conference, Big 12, Ohio Valley, the MAC Conference, Sun Belt, Mountain West, South SEC, Big East, Big South, Ivy League, the Atlantic 10, Horizon League championships. We got Northeast. So you have a lot of conferences that was that has been sanctioned by. This is sanctioned by the United States of America Track and Field, also by the World Governing Body. UIL Texas State Championships, basically that's the Texas Relays. That was sanctioned right there. Texas Invitational. That's the Texas Relays right there, Texas Invitational. But yeah, majority of the conferences that I just brought out, that just said, they were all sanctioned. You know who wasn't sanctioned? It wasn't the MEAC. You know who else wasn't sanctioned? I'll be honest with you. It wasn't the SWAC. The SWAC did not sanction none of these events. So anybody wanted to go, anybody from the SWAC wanted to go use their time as far, or their record to qualify for the Olympic trials, they won't be able to do it. But other than that, I wish the young man much more success. I did reach out to him earlier today. I sent him a message earlier today, letting him know about, congratulations on his feats, and, just to be due diligent. Sha'Carri Richardson. That's a bad woman right there. But but do we say that the conference is at fault, even if they, even if the conference told the school that this is not a sanctioned event, that the um like this is not a sanctioned event, that are they at fault for that? So was the guy from Bama State eligible for the Olympics? Now, whatever his time was, if he ran a different time in the NCAA regionals, then he probably would be, eligible. Um, Probably would have been eligible. How are they having non-sanctioned events? That is a question right there that kind of needs some sort of answer. I can't really um I really can't. I don't know. Just I can't put a quick answer on that. Um, if anybody got something to say, we can talk about this. We got enough time to talk about this. We already in the first hour. We can talk about this. I'm just gonna put up the link to jump on if anybody want to jump on. I would like to have a discussion about this. Makes no sense that your championship not be sanctioned. That is absolutely nonsensical. It is nonsensical. But it, from what I also learned too, that um, if it's not, you have to, you know, have insurance, liability, everything on that, and that costs money. So if they ain't got the money, they just gonna keep running non-sanctioned meets and events, which is crazy, which is pure craziness. So this is a letter from I got a letter from North. Well, we got a letter from Norfolk State, but it is saying, so. This is what they saying. It is with great disappointment that Norfolk State Athletics confirms the disqualification of Kai Cole's 100-meter time, rendering him ineligible to compete at the 2024 U.S. Olympic trials. This news comes as a profound blow to our athletics department, as Kai is one of our most outstanding student athletes. Kai had earned the well-deserved opportunity to represent his country on the international stage, showcasing his exceptional talent and unwavering dedication. It is truly disheartening that he will not be able to pursue D-Hall, what's happening?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. So let me see. I'm gonna keep reading this right here. So it's truly disheartening that he will not be able to pursue his dream of competing on one of the world's biggest platforms this year. We want to emphasize that Kai's journey leading up to this moment has been marked by tireless effort and an indomitable spirit. His accomplishments, while this setback is undoubtedly challenging, we have full confidence that Kai will demonstrate the same resilience and determination that has defined his career thus far. Kai has become one of the most decorated athletes in our program's history during his time in Norfolk State, leading our teams to 6 total MEAC championships. He's racked up 9 individual conference titles, set multiple school records, and most importantly, earns consistent accolades on the athletic director's honor roll. As a department, Norfolk State Athletics stands firmly behind Kai during this difficult time. We will continue to provide unwavering support as he navigates these challenges and works towards his goals. Together, we will overcome this setback and emerge stronger than ever. We extend our gratitude to Kai for his unwavering commitment and the pride he has brought to our institution. We also want to express our appreciation to the entire Norfolk State community for their ongoing support of our student athletes. Your encouragement means the world to us and plays a significant role in shaping their journeys. Norfolk State University, Norfolk State Athletics stands firmly behind Kai, and we will continue to provide our unwavering support as he navigates these challenges. That was a statement from the athletic program. I did get the statement from the MEAC. So this is from the MEAC. The MEAC was recently informed that multiple appeals submitted last week to have Kai Cole approved to compete at this year's USATF Olympic trials was denied by United States Track and Field, despite his posted an automatic qualifying time at the MEAC Outdoor Track and Field Championship. Although the MEAC Outdoor Track and Field Championship remains an unofficial NCAA Division I championship event, the USA Track and Field policy changes implemented this year resulted in the event not being officially sanctioned by USATF, making all competition results ineligible for Olympic trial qualification. We understand Kai's frustration and took all available steps to rectify the situation so he could compete in the Olympic trials, an opportunity he clearly deserves. The MEAC fully supports our member institutions and student athletes as they pursue their dreams and strive for excellence. We are disappointed by the decision from the United States Track and Field and are working to ensure our track and field championships are sanctioned USATF events moving forward. No further comments will be made regarding this matter. So that came from the MEAC office today. To be honest with you, I'm just gonna be real on that one. That don't look too good.
I agree.
That don't look too good on the MEAC right there. Now I would say about Norfolk State because it's like, look, he ran the time. But with the MEAC, like you had to let these dudes, you have to let these kids know that what is it, what's going on. And if it was the rule implemented, then the conference should have did their due diligence to make sure that everything was sanctioned. But what you got? What you think about this, man?
Man, I think I think Miss Steers needs to lead the office, man. I think she needs to give it up, man. They need a new commissioner and their new leadership overall, man. 'Cause it's ridiculous. Every time you look up, the MEAC dropping the ball on something. That's what I think. It's unfortunate that the young man wasn't able to compete for a slot, but um, I think he'll be all right. If he, just keep working hard. He'll get to where he wants to be uh, as a track athlete. But I think Miss Steels needs to lead the office at the MEAC.
Well, there's a lot of people that say that. There's a lot of people that want her to leave.
Man,
Um, Now I know with the sweat. I mean,
mhm.
I know with the swag. I don't know if the people at the swag office did their due diligence to let folks know, like, hey, it's if you run these events and you trying to use the time to qualify for the trials, just let you know these ain't gonna count. And it is, to me, if you gotta get ahead of everything.
All right. A simple memo would have been would have sufficed in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Because track is different from every other sport. It's kind of based off the individual. In a sense. So
Hmm.
a simple memo would have sufficed in this situation. Regardless, whatever it's SWAC, MEAC, Southland, don't matter. Because these kids look forward to participating in the Olympics if they make time and whatnot. So most definitely a memo should have been sent out.
Yeah. To me, I just feel like um I just feel like basically they should have just told them, you tell them ahead of time, look, this meet ain't sanctioned. So if you're just trying to use this time, or you're trying to use that record, that personal record that you got to win over to be eligible for the trials, just let you know that it's not going to happen at this particular meet. Now, if you qualify for your regional, I mean, you qualify for the regional and you put up the same numbers that you did at the conference meet, then I would understand, I would understand. But because it's not sanctioned, and I understand Lawrence just sent me, said that SWAC and the Big Sky, the Northeast, the Metro Atlantic, and the ASUN are not sanctioned under the World Athletics. That's understandable. That's understandable. But has these other conferences did they due diligence to let these participants know, like, this is not sanctioned? That is the question that need an answer right there.
Yeah, we got a lot of questions that need to be answered. It's so and with track, it's so many different entities. You know what I'm saying? You got all these entities running around. There's over sanctioning and all this type of stuff like that. So there's a lot of questions that need to be answered. But for sure, it's a messed up situation.
And I think it's a messed up situation because for that young man to run that time, and he was close to running up damn near a sub 10. Like, you gotta understand, you just gotta understand, look, that's fast as hell.
Yeah.
That's fast as hell right there. You run damn near a sub 10. And it's crazy. It would be crazy if he ran. Let's just say he ran a sub 10. Let's say he run a 9.95 or 9.9, a 9.97 or something like that, and it still wouldn't count.
That's for the 100 meters, right?
That's for the 100 meters.
Man, that's sad there, man. And he a grad student too, so man, I don't know.
Miss Danielle, if you're not busy, I would like for you to come up here and kind of explain this to the audience. So, well, she said if it's not registered, they typically know in advance so they can run unattached in another meet, or the school can participate in a sanctioned meet. So that goes back to our original question. Did the conference let the schools know that this ain't sanctioned?
Yep. The conferences are the middleman in this situation.
Right. Because the schools are getting it from them.
Mm-hmm.
Lord, what are you cooking? But the schools are getting it from them. So let's see what the good doctor got to say. Probably told a young man that all things are good, folks forgot, and now trying to backtrack. But doctor, do I think that is this the fault of the school, or is this the fault of the conference?
Or is it a little bit of both?
If it's a little bit of both, then if it's a little bit of both, man,
Yeah.
they if it's a little bit of both, they run. There we go. It's the fault of the conference.
Man.
It is crazy, man. That it's just that I don't like. Whew. Right. It starts at the conference level because it's a conference meet. So yeah, I will understand that. Yeah. That's something that we gotta have.
Yeah, because he did his thing, and it also takes away from the school getting recognition and the conference getting recognition.
Right.
It's sad, man. I
That
hate
is
that.
sad.
I hate that for him.
Man, that's crazy.
I think he runs indoor and outdoor, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
he do run indoor and outdoor.
Yeah, so he been working hard all year for sure.
Yep, this is also what I learned too. The conference meet is ran by the conference. They had 30 days in advance to inform the United States of America track and field of its intention to making it a sanctioned event. That's also what that is also what I learned today too. Is is like I said, man, it's one of the things. Okay, hey, you got your answer. Alabama State's Jamarian Stubbs ran a 19.94 at the NCAA East preliminary round, which is a World Athletic Sanction event. So he is competing at the trials in the 200.
All right, good. Excellent.
And this is something that NAI. If y'all don't know Miss Danielle Wright, she she is in the marketing the marketing strategic department. Now starting next week, it will be the HBCU athletic conference.
Yeah.
So they got to declare their championships at the beginning of the year before any sport begins. That's something that we probably need to do. That's something that you probably especially when it comes to track and field and stuff.
Exactly.
And these are non-revenue sports. Remember that, y'all. Remember that. So he petitioned himself to put himself in the trial. It don't matter, man. The I think I'm gonna call it small. Just this one incident shouldn't deter him if he did have a son or a daughter from actually attending the school they said that he went to.
Yeah.
So to me, that's something that's to me it's major. But once you go down the line, it'll become a little small minor because you never know. He might get to run in this trial. If he petition it and file a lawsuit petitioning, he might be able to run in the trial. He might be able to the next Olympics is in 2028. So you never know. He might be able to run in that. Or the best thing for him to do is to go pro.
Exactly.
I would say you go pro. I mean, because when you go pro in track and field, you got to go find your sponsor. Don't nobody else do that for you. You got to do all that for your. You got to do all that on your own. But like I said, man, whatever he does, if he petition, if he say what he got, he petitioned to get to get put on trial. The Olympic trials. Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, do all he can. I pull out his resources together and shoot for it. Won't hurt, man.
Y'all hear that, man? I stayed like 2 houses down from from the fire station.
It's all good, man. It's summertime, they a little busy.
Yeah, well, um, even if in a conference meet, he still. I mean, technically, that would still qualify him for a regional event. Um, so we shall see, man. We shall see because it's still, like I said, it's still heartbreaking. And like I said, I wish him well, man. I'm not gonna. I wish him well, and we all should wish him well. We all should be letting him know that we still, we got his back and stuff like that. You got anything else? Because I'm about to get into these Division I HBCU football tiers.
Nah, you can go ahead and do your thing, man. I wish the young man well. I say this, it'll be nice to see how the MEAC, what adjustment they'll make moving forward. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think that would happen too. But I appreciate you, man.
No problem. Appreciate you.
All right.
All right.
All right. Be right back after this message. We're going to get into these tears so y'all can start crying some tears.
It's your boy Doc Holliday.
Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shoutouts, and members only live chats. And also, you can get birthday shoutouts on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal, David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle, David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket. What's up? No.
Hey, hey. I
What's
ain't gonna
going
show my
on?
I ain't gonna show
I
my
know.
face tonight.
Oh, Lord. What you got for me?
I can't show y'all what I look like tonight. I
Oh,
can't. Man, I'm in here cooking and cleaning. So, I look like I'm cooking and cleaning. So
oh, Lord.
it ain't good for the brand.
It ain't good for the brain.
It ain't good for the brand. And not at all. So what's
Oh,
up,
man.
y'all? Hey everybody. I
Nah, that's
think no, I just wanted to hop on. You kept asking. I was like, all right, I'll hop on.
my
But
bad. My bad.
no, it's all good. Just in here. Um, hey Doc, Stracking. I see. I'm just looking at some of the comments. But hey y'all. So I just my perspective is always from a communication standpoint. Like it's regardless of what you know or what you don't know. When you're at the conference level, even at the school level, the schools have to know which meets they're participating in if they're sanctioned or not, right? Because you want your student athletes to know, hey, at this meet, you got to be tip top of your game. Not that you wouldn't at any other meet, but like at a sanction meet, there's more at stake. There's more on the line. There's more opportunity at a sanction meet. So my thing is, why don't people know what they're participating in, right?
Right.
That's like me going saying, I'm gonna go to I need to shop for a specific diet, right? So
Right.
I'm a vegetarian. I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's or Whole Foods or something like that, right? That's where I need to shop. But instead, you sending me to the butcher. Ain't nothing but meat there. I can't do nothing at the butcher, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm trying to qualify for something, why don't I know that I'm at the butcher and not Whole Foods?
Right.
So again, I think there's a communication issue, and I feel like the world is just in shambles, right? We don't communicate well at all, right? And
Right.
then so when the communication fails, then we want to point fingers instead of saying, "Oh, you know what? I did not do my part."
Right.
Um, Now, granted, sometimes you will see in a crisis situation, the communications people are told, "Don't say anything." Because what you don't want to do is get yourself in a situation where you can be facing a lawsuit. So legal may be saying keep your mouth shut.
Right.
And that's not because again, we don't know exactly what the MEAC did, what they submitted, and all of that. They may have done stuff ahead of that 30 days, possibly. We don't know. That part, all we know right now is that for this particular meet, the USATF is saying you ain't send your stuff within the 30 minute time frame. I mean the 30 day time frame,
Right.
right? So again, that goes back to communication, because what if this young man could have gone and registered and run unattached at the Penn Relays?
Right.
Everybody in the world knows that the the Penn Relays is darn near next to the Olympics. You competing in the Penn Relays, baby. You it. You are it. Um, we have to, I feel like we have to do, this is part of student athlete development and student athlete care. So when we talk about taking care of the entire athlete, you got to communicate with that athlete. You got to communicate with the schools, to make sure that maybe there's a note or something that goes into the championship packets that the coaches get, right?
Right.
There's something on the website. If you have the championship schedule, then next to the championship schedule for meets, these non, what do they call them, the Olympic sports, track and field, swimming, diving, gymnastics, and things like that, right? If there's a meet, you can put a symbol and then a key below the schedule that says sanctioned, non-sanctioned, whatever needs to be denoted, so that people can look and see what's going on.
Right.
That's, we don't have to do that at my level, and I'm grateful for that. I think the D-1 monster is something really massive, and it changes the landscape of, um, like, just business in sports. But at the baseline of everything, at the baseline of any business, at the baseline of any relationship, that foundation is communication.
Right.
Because communication can do one of two things. It's a lack of communication is going to cause a problem that should never even exist. And good communication is going to solve a problem before it ever actually becomes an issue.
Right.
So when you don't communicate, you causing problems. And so if it's the championship director, the compliance director, whoever at that level is supposed to check or register or do whatever, there has to be checks and balances as well. So there should be someone to follow up and say, this is done or that is done. Or if it's never been sanctioned and they don't plan on sanctioning that meet due to maybe insurance issues or whatever, then that should also be stated as well.
So you have
So
one.
it still comes down to communication.
Right. So, like you said, the Penn Relays was a good option for him. The Edwin Moses invitation, the HBCU Pro Classic, the Edwin Moses Legends Meet, that was a good option for him because that was sanctioned. That was over at Morehouse.
Yep.
Uh,
And there are
the
others like
the
LSU.
Prefontaine Classic, yeah.
Mhm.
Of course, if you ever been here in Texas, the Texas Relays that could qualify you for, because it's a world sanctioned event. Um, even the
Even
US,
LSU has a meet that
yeah,
I believe is sanctioned. So, and
hmm
it's a massive meet, right? You
right,
get, I mean, because that's a D-1 race, but we get, typically, like Dillard University will go to their meet,
hmm
and I think that's the beauty of sports like track and field and gymnastics and all of that. Like, you don't even, it's not divisional based, right?
right,
You can be from any division, or you can run in that race just to try to qualify as an independent runner if you have a sponsor.
right,
So it sucks, because I look at it as someone didn't communicate, and it's impacting a student athlete. And
right.
I get that we try to hold them responsible for a lot of stuff, but some stuff is just bad communication by adults, and I have a problem when adults impact the lives of kids. That never sits right with me. And I'm not pointing fingers. I'm making general statements. I don't want nobody talking about Danny was on the show talking about the MEAC. No, 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 don't do that. But I am saying from a general standpoint, there are best practices in ethics and in business in general to avoid situations like this. And it all starts with communication. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right. All right. So, man, I'm about to jump into this. We got slides. We got slides. We got slides. You want to join in on this right here, or you still just want to cook? Ah, Lord. So so you know what? I'm done. I'm done. All right. So um, I'm just gonna put this out here. I am doing. I just did a. I'm trying to fix this up right here. So this is like my. I just did a HBCU tiers, right? And so I just want to let people know about what I'm doing. All right, so here we go. All right, as you see, man, look, we got the HBCU Overdrive presents my D-1 HBCU tiers. So we got 6 tiers to choose from. First and foremost, we got the creme de la creme. That is the top tier right there. My second tier is Mama, we almost there. My third tier is if you ever watch basketball, Rasheed Wallace, Ball Don't Lie. Um, the fourth tier is Can We Come Back Home? The fifth tier is Time to Move Down to D2. And the last tier is You're a Basketball Star. Uh, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into it right here. Let me see if I can see this from my end right here. You just cooking everything up. You don't burn the house down. I'm gonna let you go ahead, Danny. You finish up what you got to do. Yeah, just close it. I got you. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm about to move this down. And if you see it, if you see it, you see it. Appreciate everybody that can see this. But I just decided like I'm just gonna go ahead and get this done, get it over with because I've been saying it for the longest. And then, on PV versus everybody, it had me thinking as far as we did the swag tiers. I just wanted to see what we got right here. First and foremost, please make sure that you do not get offended by what I'm about to tell you, about what I'm saying, about how I put these at. You have every right to rank do your own and rank it on your own. But let's go ahead and get it going. All right, so everybody know, are you ready for it? If you ready, put a thumbs up. If you ain't ready, put up the eyes. All right, so this is what I got: the creme de la creme. The creme de la creme. We got Jackson State, we got FAMU, and we got North Carolina Central. Of course, the reason why we got Jackson State on here because they did go to 2 Celebration Bowls. Yes, they did lose to both two. They did lose both Celebration Bowls, but they won 2 SWAC championships at the time. When they went to those Celebration Bowls, they had a they had a you know, everything that they had going on at the time when said person was our head coach. I mean, he did what he had to do. FAMU, I would say FAMU is up there with the cream rises to the top, is because since they've been in the SWAC, and they've been in the SWAC for the last 3 years, they only lost 2 conference games in the SWAC, going 21 and 2, if I'm not mistaken. Mr. Campbell. They have the nation's longest home winning streak right now, and over at Bragg Stadium. So as far as at HBCU, and they're on tops in FCS. And then, of course, I got North Carolina Central because the last 2 years they did win the Celebration Bowl against Jackson State, but they also last season they did go to the NCAA playoffs as a representative of the MEAC. So if I would have put y'all in another tier, you probably would have had a. But at the end of the day, all 3 of these teams made some sort of postseason appearance in the last 3 years. So the next on my list. So for those who don't know, I'm doing this. The tiers is D-1 HBCU football tiers. So basically, it's everybody from the SWAC, everybody from the MEAC, and the 3 independent schools. All right. So on here, mama, we almost there. The reason why I got you almost there is the fact that you are almost there. So now, don't get me wrong about South Carolina State. South Carolina State actually did win the Celebration Bowl, but the last 2 years after that Celebration Bowl win, they have had bad. They have had, I would say, horrible seasons where the offense was horrible. Defense was, I wouldn't say atrocious, but it was non-existent in certain situations. And at this time too, Buddy Pugh announced his retirement last season. And basically I just put him up there to where They almost there. Now they should be almost there because they have Berry as a head coach. And it's going to take some time. Like I said, it's going to take some time. As far as they say the offense not all that, the defense not all that great, but the offense is looking a little bit more better than what it was last season. We shall see. That's why I put them on Mama all day. We almost there. So, of course, at the bottom next to it is Prairie View A&M. They have been to the 2 out of the SWAC championship game, 2 out of the last 3 years, losing both games by a significant margin. So this is not to poo-poo on Prairie View, but this is to say that they are close. They getting that close. They're getting close to getting back to the top, like it was 2009. The thing about Prairie View is they got to have a quarterback. Get a quarterback. If they have a quarterback, from what I'm hearing, it's Cam Peters. Cam Peters is a quarterback. Cool. I shouldn't see no issue with them trying to join that creme de la creme. Well, Mr. Leonard Chat, you say that we should be below FAMU, but I'm ranking this in the last 3 years. If you don't like it, like I said, you can always do your own tier. Got Alabama State. And the reason why I got them there is because of the simple fact that, hey, they got a QB coming in. You know, all the pressure is up on the QB. All the pressure is on Andrew Body. And I'm just letting y'all know that it is what it is. All the pressure is on that young man. But, like I said, we talked about this last week on Timone's show. They have some big shoes to fill on defense. I don't know what type of defense they're going to have. We don't know, the only person we pretty much know who's going to take over for somebody is Rico Dozier. Damn, LDs, they win 5 games max. That's a question. Like I said, we don't know what the weapons are. We'll figure it out after media day. We shall figure it out after media day. Howard and Morgan State. Howard is almost there. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care what folks from FAMU said. Y'all were damn lucky that Quentin Williams had a brain fart in a Celebration Bowl. Y'all lucky that man had a brain fart, because I promise you, if he was on his game, he would have carved y'all up. So now they're pretty much on QB watch. So they're trying to find a QB to replace Quentin Williams. They still pretty much have everybody in place on the offense and on the defense. It's always going to be about the QB. That's true. It's the QB situation. I mean, we don't know what they're gonna have until we see in late August. And Morgan State. Morgan State is the same issues. Morgan State has the same issue, quarterback play. Last season, their quarterback play was atrocious. Almost made me want to puke. But as far as what Coach Wilson is doing with the team on the defensive side, the defense is nasty. It is physical. It is big. It is. Did I already say nasty? I think I did, but it's nasty. Give them a quarterback that can actually manage the game, and all the defense have to do is make stops and at least give me 10 points or 14 points out of defense. I'm good. I treat y'all defense like Baltimore Ravens defense. You don't give me 2 touchdowns. Give me 2 touchdowns. And we'll try to make sure we get the rest as far as on the offense. But that is the second tier right there. Now, the third tier. If you ever watch basketball, if you ever heard what Rasheed Wallace say to when he at the free throw line, ball don't lie. And for some of these schools, these programs right here, ball don't lie. So I'm going to start off with Bethune-Cookman. Bethune-Cookman, again, is a sleeper in the SWAC East. But the ball don't lie. Issue is health and quarterback play. That is the big issue with Bethune-Cookman. What did Coach Woody do as far as to remedy all that? He went out and got a bunch of transfers, including his son. But you gotta, push you up there to the second tier. You gotta make sure you gotta be able to clean up your quarterback play, and you also gotta make sure that you stay healthy. If you stay healthy, you got good quarterback play. We will push you up on the second, in that second tier. All right. Southern University, man. Look, from what I'm hearing, Southern University is like a gentleman's club. Not even a gentleman's club. It's like an old folks home down there in Baton Rouge. That's what it is. Old folks home. Terrence Graves and Willie Totten and Coach Matt and Coach Fred. It's pretty much an old folks home. It is. They got there. They went on for they Jello pudding and they out there playing bingo and stuff like that. But what is the football team gonna look like? Ball don't lie. I'm gonna let you know. Southern, it ain't gonna look good to you. It ain't gonna look good this season. It's not gonna look good this season. Damn, why I got Blue come up in here, man? Blue just wrecked everything, man. Now, Grambling is on the same thing to me. Grambling is in the same situation with Southern, but they have a little bit more going for them than what Southern has right now. They do have a quarterback with Miles Crowley. We got Mickey Joseph out there recruiting his tail off and everything, but like I said, ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. Grambling hasn't had a winning season in the last since what? 2019 or 2018. It has been abysmal for Grambling. And they've been trying to climb up out of this tier so they can get to that second tier. I don't know how look. I was trying to figure out what Alabama A&M is. I really was gonna put them under they just a basketball. You know, y'all's a basketball school, but I didn't want to do that to them because I figured they know how to play football in Huntsville, Alabama. With Norfolk State, same thing with Grambling and Southern. Alcorn, Alcorn is teetering a little bit. I just trying to figure out what their quarterback play is going to look like this season. Is it Xavier Vaughn from what that damn list was put out last week, or is it going to be Tyler Macon? You know what? You know what, Blue? I would do that. You know what? I should have added an extra tier just for them. I should have added an extra tier just for A&M. Oh no, hey, Mr. Campbell, I've already said this. He not getting back on that bus when he leave out of during the Magic City Classic. I told you he gonna be right there in the parking lot at Legion Field. He gonna have to get an Uber back up to Huntsville. I'm just saying. I agree with you. I agree with you. The U-Haul, he like I said, he's from North Carolina, right? Hey, ain't I'm just saying, ain't Connell, ain't Coach Maynard from North Carolina? He can go right. He can get his U-Haul, put all this stuff up in there. He go right back to North Carolina. Just saying. What's going on, Jake?
Yo, what's up?
Hold on, let me fix that.
Am I muffled?
Nah, you good.
What we talking about?
I got my tears. I got tears. And I ain't talking about tears in my eyes. I'm talking about these HBCU tears rankings I got right here. If Maynard beats Jackson in Mobile, his job is safe. I don't think it
Oh yeah.
is. I
So
don't think it is.
y'all going over the team?
I just put teams in tiers and stuff like that. But
Oh,
now
you ranking?
mm-hmm. You know what, Blue? I'm next time I do it, it's going to be a U-Haul tier.
What's up,
I'm
Bishop?
just going to have I'm just going for A&M. I'm just going to have so who is on suicide watch for the Bulldogs of Alabama A&M to see how bad y'all gonna lose this year. But Alcorn can actually move up into that second tier because I actually think they can actually get it done this season. But to me, it's all about who's the quarterback for who's going to be the quarterback at Alcorn on the reservation. Lord Jesus.
So who you got top of the tier?
So who I got top of the tier? For those who are joining late right now, top tier is Jackson State, FAMU, and North Carolina Central. The creme de la creme. You know, cream rises to the top. Because that's what it is. That's what it is. I have to put FAMU on here because they have been very consistent since they've been in the SWAC.
Yeah.
Then on the second tier is Mama, we almost there. Mama, we almost there. The next one is the ball don't lie. So there's some teams on here that can actually move up, and it's some that can move down, and it's one that actually have its own tier by itself. Uh, on the next one, we on to what's this third one? We on the fourth one right here. Danny, I'm sorry, baby, but can we come back home? Can we come back home? Um, can we come back home? We got Tennessee State, Hampton, and North Carolina A&T. You got it. All three of y'all independents. Y'all got a tier just for yourself. Can you come back home where everything is sunny? Ain't no clouds in the sky. I'm gonna drop you out. I'm gonna drop you out, Jay.
Huh?
I'm gonna drop you off for a second.
All right.
But ain't no cloud in the sky. It's basically like I wish I never left. Never ever left. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Now, with Tennessee State, I actually can put them up and they almost there because I feel like they have a team. I think Eddie George has the team that he wants. Even at the issue with them switching out offensive coordinators at the last minute. But I just feel like he has the team that he wants. But at the same time, y'all stuck in the OVC. Y'all feel like y'all doing better than everybody else is. And it's time for you to come back home. It's time for you to come to a home. Just come to a home. Come to the swag. Hell, you can go to the MEAC. All I care. I don't care. I don't care. You got Hampton and we got A&T. We got two MEAC. We got two MEAC Star Wars. Hampton last season going. What was their record? 4-7, and then A&T putting up an abysmal 1-10 record. Oh yeah, I look, LD, it's on wax. It's on wax. Oh man. Come on to me, Charlotte. Yeah, I ain't gonna sing that shit. Nah, what I'm saying is, look, that what they need to defend this for. I will put this I will clip this right here and send it to Dave for himself. I will send it to all the Aggies worldwide for themselves because they need to go back to the house. I'm just saying. Hey, didn't your mom tell you to be in the house before the street light come on? So street light on. Y'all need to go back to the MEAC. Tennessee State, you go to the MEAC or you come to the SWAC. Come on to the SWAC. Come on. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. We could get rid of the divisions. Come on. Come on. Come on back home. That's what y'all need to do. Come back home. Come back home. Next on the list. Who we got next on this list right here? We got time to move down to D2. And this involves Delaware State, Mississippi Valley, and Arkansas Pine Bluff. And the reason why I say this, because all three of these teams, even though they can be competitive, it's like a never-ending story with these three teams right here. They probably win one game, they could probably win 2 games, or they could probably win 3 games. Or they can win 3 games combined. So I'm just saying. And for the folks who say Valley, I've been defending Valley saying they don't need to be D2. Maybe they need to go down to Division 2. Maybe they need to go down to Division 2. They need to go down to Division 2. I'm just saying, what do they, in a sense, most people would ask, what do they offer to the conference? Some folks would say, not too much of anything. But other than that, might need to look at the options. And last but not least, you're a basketball school. And I primarily gave it to Texas Southern. Texas Southern as its own tier by itself. You're a basketball school. First and foremost, how you did Fred McNair, as far as the coaching process, the coaching search process, the way y'all did Fred McNair was horrendous. I'm just saying, maybe y'all just need to go ahead and drop Texas Southern football to Division 3 in Texas. But then again, there's a Division 3 team that could beat y'all with his hands tied behind his back, and it's called Trinity. Maybe I could go MAI. I can't do that because Sagu might get you, and Langston can beat you. Or y'all could just be free booty like Virginia Lynchburg and Lincoln, California. Well, y'all gonna be asking for him after this season because y'all ain't winning no more than 2 games this season. Maybe 1. But I just have to put it out there. Texas Southern, instead of saying TSU, we'll see you in August, they'll be like, man, we'll see y'all in late October. Yeah, but a win's still a win, though. But see, let go back, Los. Let's take off last year. The year before that, in 21, we beat the dog snot out of y'all. I'm just leaving though. I'm just putting it out there. We beat the dog snot out of y'all. And I'm just letting you know, hey, you're a basketball school. Y'all, just admit it. Look, the first thing to understanding about knowing who you are is just admitting that you are not who you say you are. Texas Southern University, I know of the proud alumnus with Michael Strahan, who's a NFL Hall of Famer, and you got Megan Thee Stallion graduated from there, and shout out to the Thurgood Marshall School of Law. That's there. You're a basketball school, or you could probably be a band school with Ocean of Soul, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But other than that, let me know what y'all think about the tiers. Let me know how y'all think about this with the graphics and stuff like that. I just kind of put this together earlier today. Let's see who has the most titles in the last 10 years: football, basketball, baseball, and softball. Well, of course, you got a little bit more in basketball and baseball, and then in softball, but in football, it has been y'all. In fact, didn't they vacate that year in 2013? It is what it is, man. You still my boy. You still my dog, man. You still my dog. But I thank everybody for playing. And on that note, y'all, I'm gonna roll up out. I'm gonna roll up out of here. And Graham been a basketball school these last few years. Yeah, you can say that. You can say that. You can say that. You can say that. So they ain't been done since 2019. It's been 5 years. Fives got what? When did Fives get fired? He got fired at 21. But I hope everybody had a good evening. I hope everybody ate plentiful. I hope everybody is being merry on this good old Friday night. Make sure y'all tune in if you haven't done. Ken Clark, KC 1400 is on right now. Check out She Loves D tomorrow night for She Loves D's Swag Saturday. Something like that. I'm going to try to join up on there for a little bit. And we'll get back on here probably on Monday, either Monday or Tuesday. So I'm going to take a little small break. And if you haven't done it by now, make sure that today is my last day of the initiative, the Drive to 205 initiative. If you want to go ahead and send the last, we got $150 to raise out. Make sure you can hit it on PayPal, Cash App, or the Zelle. Yeah, it is. It is what it is. But as always, this is HBCU Tonight, powered by HBCU Overdrive. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and most of all, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you hit that notification bell to get everything HBCU Overdrive. Also, if you want to become an exclusive family member, hit the join button on the outside of the chat. Just hit that join button. It's all for the low price of $4.99. But We had a good old time on Juneteenth. I want to know about a little bit of music be played because I got copyrighted on that, y'all. Copyrighted, so I can't get monetized. So I mean, I couldn't monetize that. So if you want to, you can monetize this channel. I mean, you can monetize this stream right here. Monetize it because we need to make sure we get the money in and everything. But other than that, y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe. Hug your loved ones. Stay dangerous. We are battle this thing. Check us out tomorrow night on She Loves D Swag Saturday. All right. We out this thing. Peace.